Hey, what is up guys? So today we're going to be checking out a bunch of new Dragunity cards that just got announced. Plus on top of that, we got a card that normally sells for about $1,000. The Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, is finally getting a reprint. This was a prize card, but we got a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh news to go ahead and go over. So let's go ahead and start off with the new cards, the Dragunities. So first off, this is going to be the Dragunity Armagram over here. Here is the zoomed up artwork. 2,900 attack, 2,200 defense points. It is going to be a wind level 10, and it says that you can only use each effect of the first, second, and third effects of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is you can banish 2 dragon and or winged beast monsters from your graveyard to spell summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Almost reminds me of a dragon ruler over here. The second effect is you can target one face-up monster on the field, negate its effect, and if you do, it loses 1,000 attack for each equipped card you control. The third effect is when an opponent's monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you get to equip it to this card. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Okay, so this is a really good effect, meaning that you can keep on just bringing this card back over and over with your Dragunity engine, and then on top of that, it can negate stuff. So this is actually a really decent little card over here. And on top of that, it makes another thing lose 1,000 attack. Very awesome. Like I said, it's like basically a little mini dragon ruler for the archetype. Next up, they got a new synchro monster. This is going to be a wind level 10 dragon synchro effect. Here's a zoomed up picture on 3,300 attack, 3,200 defense points, and is Dragunity Knight Aridbiar. Anyways, requires 1 Dragunity tuner plus 1+ non-tuner monsters, and it says you can only use each of the first, second, and third effects of this card's name once per turn. The first effect is when your opponent activates a monster effect as a quick effect, you can banish 1 Dragunity monster from your graveyard to negate the activation. If you do, banish that monster. Wow, that's such a good effect. Not only does it negate, it gets rid of that monster by banishing it. The second effect is if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle after damage calculation, you can banish that opponent's monster. Okay, that's another really good effect. This is a really good boss monster for them. The third effect is, if this synchro summon card is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can destroy all spell and traps your opponent controls. I mean, this effect is mediocre, but I mean, it definitely is another boss monster at Dragunity's disposal. But I'm thinking that this is a better boss monster. Just the fact that you can just get it out is so easy to go ahead and summon it. And then on top of it, it's got a great effect. And you can make it so he equips to it, so therefore they might not have access to it later down the line. Alright, next up though, we have Dragunity Glow. This is going to be a new spell card for Dragunities. And it says you can only use each of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. To add 1 level 5 or higher Dragunity monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. The second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a monster card in your spell and trap zone, equipped to a Dragunity monster, and then special summon in defense position. Although most of them really kind of do that anyways. I mean, it's usually just going for the Ducks plays and just go ahead and special summon what's at Phalanx over and over, and that way you just have like it as a stepping stone to go for Vajrayana, right? Some reprints of some of the cards, but again, these might be different for the TCG, some of them over here. But on top of that, we got a lot of news for some of these. Are the first time we're getting some of these release dates here in the TCG for some of these cards. But I'll skip out on some of the less important stuff over here. But the most important thing is that we got the, here we go, release date June 19th for Toon Chaos. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I think they mentioned Eternity Code has actually already arrived for most people already. I mean, those people that pre-ordered it. Some people got it earlier because they were getting it from the EU. But nonetheless, that's already kind of older news. But I wanted to go over the newer news. But July 3rd, Legendary Duelist Season 1 over here will be coming out. And it's a throwback to all the Sacred Beasts over here, so that will be kind of cool. We've already covered most of those newer cards. And then on top of that, we have the new Structure Deck Sacred Beasts, and this is going to be starting on July 10th. The new Structure Deck will be coming out for that. But the most important thing is the Battles of Legend, which is going to be coming out on the 24th over here. So 7/24 is the launch date for this, and it's just like those other packs over here, $3.99 per pack. But you only get 5 cards per pack. But the most important thing is that the Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, is finally getting a reprint. Again, this card usually sells for about $1,000. And it's great to see that we're finally getting a reprint for anyone that wanted to play the deck, because it actually is a pretty cool card to throw in Lightsworn, or it's a really good Chaos card in general, right? But then on top of that, you get the Trishula. There's like the Trishula, the Dark Armed, and also the other Judgment Dragon. They're honestly not the greatest. However, this card is definitely very viable and very, very good. For some people, it makes and breaks certain Chaos decks. But that's going to be, again, July 24th. And then it just goes ahead and talks about stuff that you guys already know. But that was pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about these Dragunity cards. I think that they are looking quite great. But anyways, let me know, guys, what you think of them down below in the comment section below. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe, turn that bell so you don't miss out when we cover the other new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are set to release. And if you guys want to send me replays of the Dragunity stuff, would love to see it. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.